Hello students, in today's video I am going to continue with the explanation of the poem La Belle Damsel's Mercy by John Keats. In my earlier video I have explained the first three stanzas of the poem, namely stanza 1, 2 and 3. In today's video I am going to explain the next three stanzas, stanza 4, 5 and 6, and along with it also certain important word meanings. Now, in my earlier video, I have explained the first three stanzas, and there we have come to know that an unknown speaker met a knight at arms on the cold hillside, loitering in a very dilapidated condition. He was looking pale, sad, worn out and extremely tired. He was suffering from fever and he was completely lost in his thoughts, maybe loitering from a very long point of time. And then our knight at arms was loitering here and there, and this unknown speaker met him there and he started questioning him. The first two stanzas were questions asked by the unknown speaker, and the next stanza is a statement made on the condition of the knight at arms from the point of view of the unknown speaker. Now we can see that the knight at arms has not answered till now. Now in these stanzas he will tell us the reason behind his dilapidated condition. Now without wasting much time, let us begin. So stanza 4, suddenly our knight at arms started saying that I met a lady in the midst, full beautiful, a fairy's child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. Meads means meadows, and full beautiful means very beautiful. So here we can see that suddenly the point of view changes. This stanza changes the point of view. Earlier it was from the speaker's point of view. Now we will get the point of view of the knight at arms. All of a sudden our knight starts answering the unknown speaker's questions. He said that he met a beautiful lady. He met a beautiful lady. She was like a fairy lady, like fairy-like lady in the meadows. So we can see that he is now telling us the story, that what has happened with him. He says that he met a very beautiful fairy-like lady in the meadows. Meadows means fields, okay, fields and valleys, very beautiful place, countryside in a way. So she was extremely beautiful, and she had long hair, she was graceful and had wild eyes. Now here wild eyes indicate that there was something supernatural about her, something unearthly beauty. She was not from this world. She had some unearthly beauty in her. And she had long hair, graceful. Now she had that feminine gestures. So she was extremely beautiful. And this knight at arms met this particular lady. Now where from this lady came, why she met this knight at arms, these questions were unanswered. And it gives us the idea that La Belle Damsel's Mercy is a lyrical romantic ballad. Let us come to the next stanza. What happens next? So till now he met a beautiful lady. There is no wrong in it. Now what is next? Next he said, I made a garland for her head, and bracelet too, and fragrance zone. She looked at me as she did love, and made sweet moan. Fragrance zone means a griddle made of flowers. So he made a tiara kind of a thing. Okay. So we can see that the knight at arms, he just fell for that lady and he wanted to express his love for her. And what he does, the knight made flower garlands for that lady along with flower bracelets. So he made beautiful flower garlands for her head. So tiara kind of a thing was made with flowers, and then he also made some flower bracelets for her hands. And fragrance zone is also a kind of a what can I say, a belt kind of a thing. A belt kind of a thing is made for her waist. So he wanted to express his love for her, and the knight just decked her up with flowers. And the lady also accepted the gifts as if reciprocating his love. Reciprocating means saying him yes. And she looked at him, which seemed to be a gesture of acceptance. She looked at him in such a manner that as if there was a kind of an acceptance of his love from her side. So he felt that this lady had accepted his love for her, as she accepted the gifts. And then what happens? And then I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long. For sidelong would she bend and sing a fairy song. Pacing steed means horse here. So what he did next? Next he then places the lady on his horse, because knights, they used to roam about with their horses, and this night he placed her on his horse and they were taking a ride. And he was so absorbed in her exotic charms that he just could not notice anything else but that lady. So here this line, and nothing else saw all day, it indicates that this lady has something in her, that he was so engrossed in that lady. He could not see anything but that lady. So it gives us the idea a little bit that this lady had in a way hypnotized the knight-at-arms in such a manner that he could not see anything but her. Only and only her. And what she did, the lady was leaning sidelong and was singing a fairy song. So here we can say that it is just a kind of an explanation that the lady, while she was singing something, she was in a way chanting some mantras or some kind of chants or spells on him, that he was totally absorbed in her. He could not see anything else. Now, why this lady has targeted this knight-at-arms, this answer is not given by the poet. So we can see that in these 3 stanzas, we get the first part of the knight's encounter with the lady, that he met a beautiful lady in the meadows. She was extremely beautiful. She had long hair. She was graceful. Her foot was light, means she was graceful, like with a very feminine touch. Now we have seen those earlier kinds of ladies in earlier movies who were very charming with grace and all. So this lady was also extremely graceful, and what she did, she was just there, and this man met, the knight-at-arms met her, and she had very big wild eyes. Wild eyes indicate her unearthly beauty. Also, this man, the knight-at-arms, he was so absorbed in that lady that immediately he fell in love with her, and he wanted to express his love for her, and he started decking her up with flowers. He made garlands for her head, then he made bracelets in fragrance zone, and also it seemed that she had accepted his love for her, and she looked at him in a manner which shows that she has accepted him. As a manner of acceptance, it was a gesture of acceptance. And then what he did, he placed her on his horse and they were taking a ride, and he was so absorbed in her that he could not see anything else but her. And the lady was in a very graceful manner sitting sidelong on the horse, and she was singing a fairy song as if she was casting a spell on him. It highlights that. I think I am clear with these 3 stanzas. So with that, I would like to end this video. Thank you very much.